Hey guys, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me for another video. Today's video is going to be a new project that I'm starting here on my channel. So this is going to be the intro video, and it's also going to be the first update. So I started project panning at the beginning of this year, and I've never done it before. So I've watched a couple videos, and I decided that I wanted to do a year-long project pan with makeup products, and then a separate one with eyeshadows. So I'm doing 19 eyeshadows in 2019, and I picked all those eyeshadows at the beginning of January, and since then I've been enjoying the project, but the progress is really slow. I find that I have 4 pans out of 19, and I'm almost at a 5th one. So if you kind of calculate that out by the end of the year, I'm not going to hit 19. I don't think I will at all. I'll be lucky, I think, if I hit 10 or 12. A lot of my eyeshadows are new, so they are, I'm starting, from the very beginning. I don't have, the ones that I have hit pan on, actually I already had a really good dip in them. So, but most of my eyeshadows in my collection are newer. So I've been thinking since I started that project what I want to do next year, and I'm like, it's June 1st, we're 6 months away from the new year, and I'm like, I want to do a project that I can get to know my collection a little better. With the 19 eyeshadows in 2019 project, I picked all the shadows at the beginning of January, and a couple things that I started thinking about with that is I'm like, well, any new palettes that I've purchased recently aren't included in that project. Now, could I alter the project and roll them in? Sure. But I have a lot of new palettes, and I haven't used them. It's horrible because I have 2 new Juvia's Place palettes. I have an Anastasia palette that I've never used on my eyes, and because I'm trying to pan these other eyeshadows. So I decided that I need to do a project that will allow me to rotate through my collection. So I decided to do a no pan left behind challenge. And I've seen this on Instagram and on YouTube, and I'm not sure who started it. So if you know down below, like, who created this kind of tag or whatever, let me know so I can give credit, because I think it's a great idea. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my collection, and I'm just going to use every shade once. I'm still going to continue my 19 eyeshadows in 2019 project because I do like seeing the progress, and I enjoy seeing pan, and that's very exciting to me. So I'm going to continue doing that, but I'm going to also do this project alongside of it. As far as rules goes, I'm not really setting any rules. I want this to be I don't want it to feel like every day I have to use a new eyeshadow. If I'm getting ready in the morning and I need to do an eyeshadow look quick, I'm going to do something that I know works, that I've used before, and I'm just going to do an easy look, and that's fine. This project is going to run until I use all the eyeshadows. So do I think I will finish it this year? No. Do I think I will finish it next year? Probably not. I think it's going to run for a very, very long time. I have quite an extensive eyeshadow collection, and if I keep rolling in new eyeshadows, I'm going to keep having to add to the list. So technically, I could never be done with this project. It may just go forever as I'm rolling in new stuff. I think I will eventually, I want to rein in my palette purchases. I feel like I have a good collection, and I want to also declutter along the way. So I may declutter as I'm going. I may do it at the end of the project. We'll see. But if I'm not feeling a palette, I don't want to keep it in my collection because I have plenty. So yeah, so what I'm going to do on my channel is I'm going to update every month what I used, how many shades, and then kind of give you an overview, some of my favorite shades, and then some of the shades that didn't work for me, and kind of take you along my no pan left behind journey. So I did decide to do this at the beginning of May. It was actually May 9th was the official start date. I thought about starting it like later, but I wanted to, so there's no point in me using eyeshadows for a month and then start keeping track on June 1st, because then I feel like I would have to use them again. So I'm like, as soon as I decided this is what I wanted to do, I'm going to start keeping track of it. So May 9th is the official date, but I will update probably around the first week-ish of the month. So yeah, so okay. I kept a list of all the shades that I used, and from May 9th, I have so far used 33 shades this month. And yeah, I was kind of thinking like one a day, kinda. I was thinking, well, I'll probably do about one a day. So I got 33, you know, and that's in less than a month since I started on the 9th. So I felt like that was really good. There's some days that I'm using one new shade, and then there's some days that I can use more than one shade. If I'm using, like if I reach for a new palette, I can definitely use a transition shade and then like a lid shade or whatever. So I can definitely use more than one shade in a look. So let's just jump into what I used. I will warn you, if you're following my project pan, there are some spoilers in here, so just to give you a fair warning. So the first one that I used, and this was also in my 19 eyeshadows in 2019. I did hit pan on this, so the first day that I started this project was the day that I hit pan on this. It is the Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy single, and I use this as an inner corner highlight. So this is one that I enjoyed reaching for. Definitely enjoyed this one. It is definitely an older one. I got this as the Ulta birthday gift like quite a few years ago, so I don't know. I don't know if my colors changed. It looks a little bit different on the website. I think it's a little dried out. I'm not going to swatch all of them for you, but and it does have some glitter in it. So I like this as an inner corner highlight. The next palette I focused on, and I used all but one shade, was my ColourPop Dream Street and Kathleen Light's Collab palette. This is what it looks like, and you can tell I have a pretty good dip in here. This is Elfish. Yeah, that's in my eyeshadow project pan. I'm so close to hitting pan on that one. But my colors are out of order too, so if this looks weird to you, I don't know how that happened. I ordered it from the Ulta website and it came this way. So yeah, I took this with me. I went on a long weekend vacation and I took this with me. This is the only eyeshadow I brought with me. I was really proud of myself for just bringing one palette. And each day I just used like a different shimmer shade on the lid. I love this palette. I've been using this for a long time and I hadn't really explored the rest of the palette. So I took it with me so I could do that, and now I know why everybody likes this, because yeah, it's just the looks always turn out great when I use this, so definitely like this. The only shade I haven't used yet is Spark, which is that kind of red shade there. I haven't played with that one yet. Definitely gonna have to play with that one on a day off where I have some time to just sit and play, because I'm not sure really what to do with that one. So this is gonna stay in the rotation for next month until I hit pan on that and use that. So I will keep this in my like everyday makeup drawer until then. That's another thing, I'm kind of rolling things into my everyday makeup drawer as I am using them, and then I'll just go ahead and roll them out. So the next thing I used was the e.l.f. Opposites Attract palette. This is in another project pan, my friend's project pan. And I only think I used 3 shades this month, which is not good because then I'm not making progress in my other project. But I used Fresh as a all over lid shade, and then, or to set my eye primer, I mean. And then I used Cheeky and Daring. Not my favorite palette. This is one I'm considering decluttering. I'm just not impressed overall with that. All right, the next one that I used was another project pan spoiler. I think this is in my friend's project pan as well. It's the Ofra eyeshadow and highlighter in the shade Bliss, and I did hit pan on this. I absolutely love this shade. It's too dark for me as a highlighter, but I do like it as a lid shade. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I would highly recommend it. The next thing I used was a shadow stick, and this is from Cargo Cosmetics, and it is in the shade Palm Bay, and it's a really pretty green color, dark green. And I just used this. The only problem I had with this is it didn't mix well with a powder shadow where they kind of met. It kind of like caked up. So I'm gonna have to play with this. I have quite a few of the like shadow sticks that I never use, so this project will definitely give me an opportunity to play with that. The next thing that I used was, sorry, I'm looking at my list here, was the In the Balm of Your Hand Volume 2 palette from The Balm, just some of their greatest hits. I did use all of them except this shade I still have to use. I used the Mary Luminizer as an all-over lid shade as well. I like the Bahama Mama as a transition shade, and I love these blushes, so I use those as well, even though they're technically not eyeshadows. These two shades did not work for me at all. They just don't show up on my lids, so disappointed in those, but I definitely love the rest of the palette. The next one that I'm using is my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. And I don't have all of the, I haven't used all the shades yet, so this is going to stay in my rotation. I've used this shade, Champagne Truffle, Marzipan, Milk Chocolate, Semi-Sweet, Creme Brulee, and Strawberry Bonbons. This was okay. I really like Marzipan and Champagne Truffle. Strawberry Bonbon didn't show up for me. Not sure how to use that shade. So this is going to stay in. I'm kind of undecided on how I feel about this palette, so I definitely need to give it a little more time so I can form my opinion and use the rest of the shades. Then I use, let's see, from my Lorac Mega Pro 4 palette, I did use the shade Mocha, and that's in a Project Pan. It's that shade up there, so I'm just using that as a transition shade. Use that periodically throughout there. I try to use it a couple times a week. And let's see, and then the last palette that I used, oh, let me do this first. I used this single shadow from Beauté Basics. It is the shade Satin Taupe, and it's just a single shadow. I think it's a really pretty kind of cool tone, silvery purple taupe color. So use that one. And then the last thing I used was the one that I got in my Ipsy Glam Bake Plus this month. It is the Wander Beauty Wanderess Seascape eyeshadow palette. This is exclusive to Ipsy. I used the 4 corner shades here. I did use this all in one look. I didn't like how this swatched, but it did look really, really pretty on the eyes. So I just used this as a transition shade, this on the inner corner or inner half of the lid, and this on the outer half of the lid, and then this as a on the lower lash line as a pop of color. So again, this palette will stay in until I use those middle two shades, and then I can roll it out and pick something else. So that was everything. I know it was really quick, but I'm really excited for this project. I really want to get a feel for my collection. So far, everything that I've tried so far is staying in my collection. Like I said, I might roll out, or I might declutter the e.l.f. Opposites Attract palette when my friend's Project Pan is done. We'll see. And then, you know, the Lorac palette staying, the Wander Beauty palette staying, the In the Balm of Your Hand palette is staying. All the single shadows I tried are staying. I'm still undecided about the Too Faced Chocolate Bar. Some shades I feel like I'm not sure how to use. Some of the darker shimmer shades is kind of where I'm struggling, and Candied Violet, I'm not really sure how to use that one either. So on the fence about this one, but so far this project has been positive. I've been really enjoying it. So again, I will update, you know, the first week of every month at some point on all the shadows that I've used. Really excited. If you're doing a similar project, let me know down below or link your video so I can check it out. And if you're interested in checking out any of my other project pans, I will leave links for those down below. Check me out on Instagram as well. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I hope you subscribe and stick around for more videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.